Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. In one of my previous videos, I purchased a bottle of Akkerman ink. This was during the 3rd anniversary event of Everything Calligraphy. I will link the video down below and also the link to the Everything Calligraphy online store. Now in this video, I would like to show you the actual ink while I try it out. Here is the complete packaging. It's a rather big box. This is the P.W. Akkerman Dutch Masters series, and the ink color that I have is Emerald Groen. The box has an illustration about the special features of the ink bottle right here, and I will show you later on what all of this means. Here are all of the colors in the series, and like I mentioned, I have the Emerald Groen. I wanted the sap green, but it was out of stock, so I got this instead. Inside the box is a foam insert that keeps the bottle from moving around. And as you may have already seen in other places online, this is a very unusual bottle shape and design, as you can see here, and that has a purpose. Let me show you. As you can see here, that small reservoir at the top of the bottle is full of ink. But if we tilt the bottle like so, the ink will dribble back into the main body of the bottle. That small reservoir has a small ball right there that does not move around. It locks the ink in place in that reservoir when the bottle is upright, but when we tilt the bottle, the ball moves a little bit to allow the ink to dribble downwards into the main compartment. I think that's really cool. As you can see here, we have already partially emptied that small reservoir and the ink has already dribbled back into the main part of the bottle. Now, let us tip the bottle over again to fill the small reservoir with ink, and let us fill a fountain pen with it so that we can try it out. This is the Pelikan M400 White Tortoise with an extra fine nib. This is my favorite pen that I have had for about 7 or 8 years. I have showed this fountain pen in a previous video about my stationery favorites, and I will leave a link to that video down below. Now, as you can see, I kind of dipped the pen too deeply into the ink that some ink got into the threads. I didn't need to do that. I only needed to submerge the nib in a teeny tiny part of the section in order to fill the fountain pen completely, but I kind of lost control with the pen because I wasn't really holding it too securely, so I accidentally dipped it in too deep. Now this pen has a white section, and right after dipping it, I could see that the ink kind of stained the white section. It took me quite a bit of wiping with a wet wipe to remove most of the stain. This ink is probably very pigmented, and that is why. So just keep that in mind when you want to use a light colored pen with this ink. The ink looks very saturated and there is a good amount of shading. Now this pen has an extra fine nib, but it looks medium. If your pen writes smaller lines, then the color of this ink would show up darker and with less shading most likely. The ink is a very deep olive green, almost green-black, with blue undertones. This is very similar to Noodler's Jivago, which is a green-tinted black depending on the pen being used. I like this color. This is very formal and it looks very dignified. And if you are not too finicky, this can actually pass for black. Non-fountain pen people would probably think this is black. Only fountain pen people would be able to tell at first sight, most likely, that this is actually the Akkerman Dutch Masters Emerald Groen. And the bottle, of course, is really quite special. Even if the ink colors of the Akkerman are similar to many other inks out there made by different manufacturers, I still think it's worth owning a bottle of this for the bottle alone. And those are my first impressions of the P.W. Akkerman Dutch Masters Emerald Groen. By the way, I want to make a different video comparing all of my green inks, so make sure you are subscribed to my channel so that you can catch the video when it drops. And that is my video for you today. I'm so sorry for not having uploaded videos for the past couple of weeks. I have been terribly busy preparing for a relocation, and now I have actually relocated, so there is unpacking to do and I do have to settle in. But I will be uploading more videos as I go along. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!